Hello everyone, welcome to lecture 16 of second chapter polynomials. So in our previous lecture, we have seen till question number 7 of exercise 2.5 and today let us proceed with the next question, that is question number 8. So the first question is 8a cube plus b cube plus 12a square b plus 6ab square. Now it is asked to factorize this, right? Now there is one hidden identity which we need to find. Now to find that hidden identity, first check the terms. Now if you will see, the first term is 8a cube, second is b cube, which are two perfect cubes, right? If I want, I can write this 8a cube as 2a whole cube. 2 cube is 8, a cube is a cube, so I'll get back 8a cube, right? This b cube is cube of b. If you will see, from this we can guess there are 4 terms and the first 2 terms are perfect cubes. So we can conclude which identity can be used, okay, which can be a plus b whole cube. If we see the third term, I can write it as 3a square, that is 2a square b, which is b, plus 3a b square, that is 3 into 2a into b square. Now check, are you getting the same terms or not? 2a square will be 4a square. 4a square into 3 will be 12a square. 12a square into b, you will get 12a square b back. Okay, we have just arranged it in that format, but ultimately we are going to get 12a square b back. Here also 3 into 3 2s are 6, 6a into b square, 6ab square, you will get it back, right? So using identity, since the question is in AB, let us use the identity in xy. So x plus y cube, it is equal to x cube plus y cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square. Using this identity, since the question is in this form, we can use this identity. Now compare and get the values of x and y. X will be 2a and y will be b, right? So factorize this. So it can be written as x plus y whole cube. Your x is 2a plus y is b whole cube. So this will be the last final answer, right? Now let us see the second bit. Now if you will see the second question, the numbers are same, only sign is changed. 8a cube minus b cube minus 12a square b plus 6ab square. Now if you will notice, this identity is x minus b, x minus y whole cube, right? So let us rearrange the terms to get it in that form. It will be 2a whole cube. 2a whole cube, you will get 8a cube minus b cube minus 3 into 2a square into b plus 3 into 2a into b square. It is of the form x cube minus y cube minus 3x square y plus 3xy square. Okay, so we can use the identity here, x minus y whole cube, which is equal to x cube minus y cube minus 3x square y plus 3xy square. It is of this format, right? So comparing, you will get x as 2a and y as b. So use it and write it in the form of x minus y whole cube, which will be 2a minus b whole cube. So this will be your final answer, right? Now let us see the third one. Okay, now the third bit is 27 minus 125a cube minus 135a plus 225a square. Now again there are 4 terms and the first 2 terms are perfect cubes. Like 27 is a cube of 3, 125a cube will be a cube of 5a, 5a whole cube, you will get back 125a cube. Then minus 3 into a. Now let us since the question is in a, we will use the identity in xy. So it will be 3x square y, that is 3 into x will be your 3 square, y will be your 5a, plus 3 into x, that is 3, into y square, that will be 5a square. Okay, and check, are you getting minus 135a and plus 225a square back or not using this? So 2 square is 9, 9 into 3 is 27, 27 into 5 you will get minus 135, minus 27 into 5 you will get minus 135 into a, this as it is. 5 square is 25, 25 into 3 into 3 9, so 25 into 9 you will get 225 and this a square back. So yes, you can use the identity using x minus y whole cube, which is equal to x cube minus y cube minus 3x square y plus 3xy square. Comparing, you will get the value of x as 3 and value of y as 5a. Right? Now it will be equal to x minus y whole cube, that is 3 minus 5a whole cube. This will be your final answer. 3 minus 5a whole cube. Now let us see the next bit. So the fourth bit is 64a cube minus 27b cube minus 144a square b plus 108 ab square. Again there are 4 terms and the first 2 terms are perfect cubes. So let us try to write it in the form of x minus y whole cube. Since the second and third terms are minus, so it can be x minus y whole cube, right? So 64 is a perfect cube of 4 and a, so I can write as 64a cube as 4a whole cube. Then 27b cube, 27 is a perfect cube of 3, so that we can be written as 3b whole cube minus 3x square y. X is what? 4a into y, y is 3b. Check, are you getting minus 144a square b back or not? 4a square, so 4 square is 16 and 3 into 3 9, 16 into 9 you will get 144 and this a square and b as it is, right? So with this adjustment you are getting back minus 144a square b, and here it will be 3x, that is 4a, into y square, that is 3b square. Check, are you getting back 108ab square or not? So 3b square will be 9b square, 9 into 3 27b square, 27b square into 4a you will get 108ab square, right? So we have done the adjustment and we got the identity. It is using x minus y whole cube, which is equal to x cube minus y cube minus 3x square y plus 3xy square, right? So comparing, we get the values of x as 4a and y as 3b. So your final answer will be x minus y whole cube, that is 4a minus 3b whole cube. So this will be your final answer, 4a minus 3b whole cube. Now let us see the final bit of this question. So the last question is 27p cube minus 120 minus 1 upon 216 minus 9 by 2 p square plus 1 by 4 p. Now again there are 4 terms, the 2 middle terms are negative and the first 2 terms are perfect cubes, so it can be x minus y whole cube, right? So to check it, write it in that form. So the first term 27p cube is a perfect cube of 3p whole cube, you will get back 27p cube, right? And minus 1 upon 216, it is a perfect cube of 1 by 6 whole cube. 6 cube, 1 cube is 1 upon 6 cube is 216. Now next is minus 3x square y, so that is minus 3p square into y, that is 1 by 6. Check, are you getting minus 9 by 2p square or not? So 3 square minus 3 into 3 square p will be 9p square into 1 by 6. So 3 1s are 3 2s are. So what you are getting here is minus 9 by 2p square, which is already there. So which is true, you got the third term with this adjustment correct, and the final term is plus 3xy square, so x is 3p and y is 1 by 6, its square. So if we check this, 3 into 3p will be 9p up, and 1 by 6 square will be 1 by 36. So 9 ones are 9 fours are, you are getting 1 by 4, and this p, yes, we are having 1 by 4p, so correct. Now this is of the form using identity x minus y whole cube, which is equal to x cube minus y cube minus 3x square y plus 3xy square. Now comparing the values, x is equal to 3p and y is equal to 1 by 6. So your final answer will be x minus y whole cube, which is x is 3p and y is 1 by 6 whole cube. So this will be your final answer. Okay, now here we finish question number 8. Let us see question number 9. Question number 9 is verify, and the first question is x cube plus y cube equal to x plus y in bracket x square minus xy plus y square. So we have to verify, that means we have to prove that here LHS equal to RHS. Verification means what? We have to prove the thing. We have to verify that this is equal to this. So to prove this, if you see left hand side, you can't solve here anything. This is the final term, right? But if you see the right hand side, you can further solve it, right? So let us take RHS. What is your right hand side? This one, x plus y in bracket x square minus xy plus y square. Okay, now solve this. Multiply the two brackets. What you will have? Multiply x with the bracket. So x into the bracket, that is x square minus xy plus y square, and now multiply y with the other bracket. This is plus y, so plus y multiply with the bracket, so we will have x square minus xy plus y square, right? Now multiply that x inside the bracket. So x into x square, you will have x cube. X into minus xy, you will have minus x square y, and x into plus y square, you will have xy square. Now similarly multiply this plus y inside the bracket. Y into x square, you will have plus x square y. Y into minus xy, you will have plus into minus xy square, and plus y into minus y plus y square plus into plus y into y square, you will have y cube. Now if you will notice, minus x square y and plus x square y, they will get cancelled. Plus xy square and minus xy square, they will also get cancelled. And at the end, what is remaining here is x cube plus y cube. And this x cube plus y cube is nothing but your LHS. Nothing but your LHS. So this RHS is equal to LHS. So hence we verified RHS equal to LHS. That means hence we have verified the thing that LHS equal to RHS. Hence verified. Okay. So this is important identity which we are going to use in the upcoming questions. So remember this. Okay. Now let us see the second bit. Again the question is to verify this equation, and since in the left hand side there is nothing to solve, we are going to take RHS again like a previous question. So your RHS is equal to x minus y in bracket x square plus xy plus y square, right? Now solve this. Multiply the two bracket. How you are going to do that? Multiply x with the bracket and then minus y with the bracket. So x into the bracket, that is x square plus xy plus y square, and now multiply this minus y with the bracket. You have to consider this sign also. So here you are multiplying minus y with the bracket. So here also it will come minus y into the bracket, that is x square plus xy plus y square. Now multiply that x inside the bracket. You will have x into x square x cube, then x into xy, you will have plus x square y, and x into y square, you will have plus xy square. Now multiply this y inside the bracket similarly. So y into x square, you will have minus y it is, and plus here. So minus into plus, minus. So minus x square y, minus y into plus xy, you will have minus xy square, and minus y into plus y square, you will have minus y cube. Now if you will see, plus x square y and minus x square y, they will get cancelled, and xy square and minus xy square, they will also get cancelled. So what remains here is x cube minus this y cube, which is nothing but your LHS. So here we have again RHS equal to LHS, therefore hence verified. Okay, now let us see question number 10. Question number 10 is factorize, and the first bit is 27y cube plus 125z cube. Now if you will see the question, both the terms are perfect cubes. So I can write this as 3y whole cube, because 27 is a cube of 3 and 125 is a cube of 5, so 5z cube. So if you will see, it is of the form a cube plus b cube. A cube plus b cube, this identity we have seen in the previous question number 9. So using identity, a cube plus b cube, which is equal to a plus b in bracket a square minus ab plus b square. Since the question is in yz, we are taking the identity in ab, so as to avoid the confusion. So comparing, we get a as 3y and b as 5z. Okay, so write in the form of a plus b in bracket a square minus ab plus b square. So you will have it as a plus b, that is 3y plus 5z. A square will be 3y square minus a is 3y and b is 5z plus b square, which is 5z square. Okay, now solve this. You will have 3y plus 5z as it is. 3y square will be 9y square. 5 into 3 into 5, 15yz, so minus 15yz, plus 5z square will be 25z square. So this will be your final answer. Clear? Now let us see the second bit. So the next bit is 64m cube minus 343n cube. So if you will see, both the terms are perfect cubes. 64m cube is a cube of 4m. 4 cube is 64. M cube is m cube. Minus 343 is a perfect cube of 7. So I can write this as 7n whole cube. You will get back minus 343n cube. Right? Now it is of the form x cube minus y cube. We know this identity. We have seen this in the last question. It is using x cube minus y cube equal to x minus y in bracket x square plus xy plus y square. So using this identity, we can factorize this. So compare and get the values of xy. X is 4m and y is 7n. Just put the values in the formula. You will get x minus y as 4m minus 7n, and x square will be 4m square plus xy, it will be 4m into 7n plus y square, it will be 7n whole square. Solve this. You will have it as 4m minus 7n as it is. 4m square will be 16m square. 4m into 7n, you will have 28mn plus 7n square, you will have 49n square. So this will be your final answer. Right? So here we complete question number 10, and let us see question number 11. It is not there in your syllabus, but we are going to cover it as I told you in the lecture. So let us see question number 11. Question number 11 is factorize 27x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 9xyz. Now if you will see, the first three terms are perfect cube and the last term is negative. So it seems to be like the last identity 8, which is a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. Okay, now I can write this as 27x cube as 3x whole cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3 into ABC. Your A is 3A, 3x, B, C. So if you will solve this, 3 into 3, 9, 9xyz you will get back. Right? So it is of the form a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. Comparing the values, we get a as 3x, b as y and c as z. So using identity a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc, which is equal to, in bracket a plus b plus c, in another bracket a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ac. So using this identity we can solve here, right? So comparing, we get value of a as 3x, b as y and c as z. And now simply put the values in the formula. What you will get? It will be equal to a plus b plus c, that is 3x plus y plus z. In another bracket a square is what? A is your 3x, so 3x square plus b square, which is y square, plus c square, that is z square, minus a into b. A is 3x and b is y, minus bc, b is y and c is z, minus ac, a is 3x and c is z. Okay, now solve this. What you will get? 3x plus y plus z into, in bracket 3x square will be 9x square plus y square plus z square minus 3x into y, you will have minus 3xy, minus y into z, you will have minus yz, minus 3x into z, you will have minus 3xz. So this will be your final answer. Okay, so using this identity you can solve this. Now this identity is deleted from your syllabus, so from exam point of view this question will not come. The questions based on this identity will not come, but it may be important from your 10th point of view. That's why we are not going to skip anything. We are going to take the things, right? So let us see question number 12 now. So question number 12 is, verify that x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz equal to half x plus y plus z in bracket x minus y whole square plus y minus z whole square plus z minus x whole square. Now if you will see the left hand side, it is an identity which we know it is not equal to this. So even if we use the identity, take this side and solve it with the identity, we are not going to get this, right? So let us not take this. Let us take the right hand side and try to solve it. So take LHS, take your RHS, sorry. So your RHS will be equal to half in bracket x plus y plus z. RHS equal to half in bracket x plus y plus z, another bracket x minus y whole square plus y minus z whole square plus z minus x whole square. Okay, now solve this side. What you will get? So half into x plus y plus z as it is. Now open the brackets. X minus y whole square, use the identity. X minus y whole square will be x square minus 2xy minus y square. Right? Now use the second identity. For the second term also use the identity. So it will be y square plus 2yz, sorry, minus 2yz plus z square. Do it for the same z minus x whole square. You will have plus z square minus 2zx plus x square, right? Now check what you can do here. You are having here x square plus x square. So first write the first term as it is, half into x plus y plus z. Now this x square plus x square, we will have 2x square. Again y square plus y square, we are having 2y square. Again here z square plus z square, we are having 2z square, and the remaining terms as it is. So minus 2xy minus 2yz and minus 2zx. Now if you will notice, what we can take common from these terms is 2. Every term is having 2. Every term here is having 2, so we can take 2 common. So if we take 2 common, what we will have? Half x plus y plus z. Now take 2 common. So inside what will remain? If we take 2 from this 2x square will remain. If we take 2 from 2y square, only y square will remain. Here also only z square, minus xy, minus yz and minus zx. Now if you will see, this 2 gets cancelled, multiplication is there. This will be equal to x plus y plus z, and here x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. Okay, so you got your RHS equal to this. You got your RHS equal to this, right? Now take your LHS. Your LHS is equal to what? X cube plus y cube. Your LHS is what? X cube plus y cube plus z cube. Give it equation 1. Minus 3xyz. So use the identity here. We know using identity it will be equal to, it is a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. We know the identity. It is equal to x plus y plus z in another bracket x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. So give it equation 2. And how we have done this? Using identity. Okay, we have done this using identity. And from equation 1 and 2 we can conclude. Therefore from 1 and 2 we can say LHS equal to RHS, hence verified. Okay, now let us see the next question. Next question is, if x plus y plus z equals to 0, show that x cube plus y cube plus z cube equal to 3xyz. So what is given to us is x plus y plus z is 0, and we need to prove if this is the condition, this is true. What? X cube plus y cube plus z cube equal to 3xyz. Now if it is given x plus y plus z equal to 0, it is given if we can consider this. So x plus y plus z equal to 0. So I can write x plus y equal to minus z. This plus z, after coming this side it will be minus z. Now let us take cube on both sides. So cubing both sides. On cubing both sides, what should we get? X plus y whole cube, and here it's this side it will be minus z cube. So it will be equal to x plus y whole cube. It will be equal to x cube plus y cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square equal to minus z cube will be minus z cube, right? Now if you will see these two terms, something I can take common, x cube plus y cube. I can take 3xy common, so inside what will remain? X plus y, right, equal to z cube. So even if you skip this step, because x plus y cube identity you can directly write this also, so that will be okay. And if you take it as 2 step, that will also go. So x cube plus y cube plus 3xy in bracket x plus y. Now if you will see x plus y, I can replace this x plus y with minus z from 1. Let us give this as 1. From 1 x plus y equal to z, so I can write this minus z. X plus y equal to minus z from 1 equal to this minus z cube. This we have taken from 1, right? So it will be equal to x cube plus y cube minus, multiply this, you will get minus 3xyz equal to minus z cube, right? Now simply shift this minus 3xyz that side and minus z cube this side. You will get what you want, that is x cube plus y cube. This minus z cube after coming this side, it will be plus z cube. And this minus 3xyz after going that side, it will be plus xyz. And this is nothing but we wanted to show, right? Hence proved. Okay, so this was asked us to be proved, x cube plus y cube plus z cube equal to 3xyz, which we have proved. So this is important property, that when x plus y plus z equal to 0, we can directly use this property. If x plus y plus z is 0, we can directly use it as x cube plus y cube plus z cube equal to 3xyz. Now this was proving part, but this we can say using identity also. So if you see your identity, x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz, if we take this identity, it is equal to x plus y plus z in bracket x square plus y square plus z square plus minus xy minus xz yz minus xz, right? Now if it is given x plus y plus z is 0, if x plus y plus z is 0, so 0 into anything is going to be 0. 0 into anything is going to be 0, right? So you will have x cube plus y cube plus z cube plus minus 3xyz equal to 0. And if I take this minus 3xyz that side, you will get x cube plus y cube plus z cube equal to this minus, after going this side, it will be plus 3xyz, which we wanted to prove. So this is a common sense. If we use this identity and prove x plus y plus z is 0, 0 into anything, this no need to solve it. 0 into this bracket is going to be 0, and take this minus 3xyz that side, you will have plus 3xyz, which was asked to show, right? So this is important property which we are going to use in the next question. So the next question is, without actually calculating the cubes, find the value of each of the following. So the first question is minus 12 cube plus 7 cube plus 5 cube. So we don't have to find the cubes, and then without finding the cubes we have to get the value of this, right? Now let us consider this minus 12 as a, b as 7, c as 5. Now if you will see a plus b plus c, what you are going to get? A plus b plus c. A is minus 12 plus b is 7 plus c is 5. 7 plus 5 you are getting 12. So minus 12 plus 12 you are getting 0. So a plus b plus c you are getting 0, and just now we have seen if a plus b plus c is 0, then we know that a cube plus b cube plus c cube is going to be 3abc. This property we have seen, right? So our abc, a plus b plus c is 0, so we can find the addition of their cubes as 3abc using this. So therefore minus 12 cube plus 7 cube plus 5 cube will be equal to 3ABC. 3 into A is what? Minus 12, B is 7 and C is 5. So now multiply this and you will get the value as minus 1260. This will be the answer of the question without actually calculating their cubes, right? Multiply this, you will get the answer minus 1260, right? Now let us see the second bit. Again the similar question, 28 cube plus minus 15 cube plus minus 13 cube. Without actually finding their cubes, we need to find the value. Okay, let us consider them as ABC. So you will have A as 28, B as minus 15 and C as minus 13. So if you will see 28 minus 15 minus 13, we are going to get it 0. So 28 minus 15 minus 13, you will have 28 minus 15 minus 13, same sign, so you will add. So 15 plus 13, you will have 28, but it will have negative sign. 28 minus 28, you will have 0. So if A plus B plus C, this was your A plus B plus C. If A plus B plus C equal to 0, then by the property we have A cube plus B cube plus C cube equal to 3ABC, right? So use this property to get the answer. So 28 cube plus minus 15 cube plus minus 13 cube will be equal to 3 into 28, 3 into A into B into C. So 3 into 28 into B will be minus 15 into C will be minus 13. So multiply and get the answer. You will have it as 16,380. This should be your final answer. Okay, so this is the cube without actually finding the cubes, right? So this was question number 14, and now let us move to question number 15, which is there in the syllabus. So question number 15, this question is there in the syllabus. Okay, the question number 15 is, give possible expressions for the length and breadth of each of the following rectangles in which their areas are given. So area of rectangle is given to you and it is asked to find possible expression for length and breadth. Area is given, expression for length and breadth is asked to find, right? Now we know area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth, right? Now if you will see, the area is given in quadratic polynomial, and we know how to find factors of quadratic polynomial. We are going to get the factors we are going to get two factors for quadratic polynomial, right? So these two factors are in multiplication with each other. So we can consider one factor as length and one factor as breadth, right? So one factor will be length and one factor will be breadth. We can't say which one will be the length and which one will be the breadth, but these two factors will be the possible expressions. That's why it is told find possible. So these two factors will be the possible expression for length and breadth for the given area of rectangle, right? So we know how to find now factors. Since it is a quadratic polynomial, so you find using splitting middle term. So multiply the extreme terms. 25 into 12, you will have 300. So factors of 300 whose product is 300 and sum is minus 35. So it will be minus 20 into minus 15. Minus 20 minus 15, you will get minus 35, and minus 20 into minus 15, you will get plus 300, right? So split the middle term. What you will have? 25a square minus 20a minus 15a plus 12. So what you can take common from the first two term is 5a. If I take common 5a, here what will remain? 5a. 5a into 5a, I will get 25a square back. Minus 5a into what I will get? Minus 20a, that is minus 4. So pick up this bracket and keep it here as it is, copy and paste. Now adjust the terms. With what should I multiply 5 to get minus 15a? That is minus 3. So what I can take common from these two terms? 5a minus 4. And what remains is 5a minus 3. So your area is equal to this. So one of this is length and one of it is breadth. So therefore, if L is equals to 5a minus 4, then B equal to, that is breadth equal to 5a minus 3. We don't know which one is length and which one is breadth. We can't assume. So if B equal to 5a minus 4, if breadth is 5a minus 4, then length will be equal to 5a minus 3. So these are the two possible values of length and breadth. Similarly, let us see the next bit. So the next area of rectangle is 35y square plus 13y minus 12. So again, multiply the extreme terms. 13 into minus 12, you will have minus 420. Factors of minus 420 whose sum is 13 and product is minus 420. So the possible factor are plus 28 and minus 15. So 28 into minus 15 you will get minus 420, and 28 minus 15 you will get plus 13, right? So split the middle term, what you will have? 35y square plus or minus 15y plus 28y minus 12. So what you will have? What I can take common is again 5y. What remains is 7y minus 3. 7y minus 3, copy paste that bracket, and what you will have here is plus 4. 4 into 7y you will have plus 28y, and 4 into minus 3 you will have minus 12. So it will be 7y minus 3 and 5y plus 4. So the area you are getting this. So L into B you got. So if L equal to 7y minus 3, then B will be equal to 5y plus 4. And if B is 7y minus 3, then L will be equal to 5y plus 4. So these are the two possibilities of length and breadth, right? So here we complete question number 15, and let us move to the last question of this chapter. So the last question is, what are the possible expressions for the dimensions of a cuboid whose volume is given below? Now volume is given to you and you need to find the expression for dimensions. Now dimension here means what? Volume is equal to volume of cuboid is length into breadth into height, right? So volume of cuboid, this we have seen in the previous class, it is L into B into H. Okay, so we need to find LBH, values for LBH. These are the three dimensions, right? So we need to find value for these three. How we have found L and B in the previous question, same way we have to find here three expressions, that is LBH. Now if you will see, volume is for the first cuboid is given as 3x square minus 12x. Now it is quadratic polynomial, but you can't solve it using splitting middle term since the constant term is not given. So check what you can do here. If you will see, you can take something common from this. You can take 3x common. If I take 3x common, what remains is x minus 4, right? So if we see this expression or further we can't solve it, if you will see, there are three terms in this. There are not terms, because there is no separation of plus or minus there, but you can see three numbers there, like 3 into x into x minus 4. So these are the 1, 2, 3. So this can be L, this can be B, this can be H. L into B into H, or this can be B, this can be H, this can be L. So these are the, we can't say confirmly which one is length and which one is breadth and which one is height. We can't say, but these are the three possible dimensions, right? So therefore, possible dimensions for given cuboid are 3, x and x minus 4. So these are the three possible dimensions for the given cuboid. Now let us see the next one. So the next volume of cuboid is given as 12k y square plus 8k y minus 20k. Now if you will see, in all the three terms we can take something common from it. What we can take common is 4k. If we take 4k common, what remains inside? So with what should I multiply 4k to get 12k y square? That is 3y square. 3y square. So 4k into 3y square, we will get 12k y square. Now with what should I multiply 4k to get 8k y? That is 2y. And 4k into what is minus 20k? Minus 5. Okay. Now this 4k, and if you will see, this is a quadratic polynomial, and we know how to solve using splitting middle term. Multiply the extreme terms. 3 into 5 15, 3 into minus 5 minus 15. So factors of minus 15 whose sum is 2. So it can be 3 into minus 5, no, minus 3 into 5, minus 3 into 5 you will get minus 15, and 5 minus 3 you will get plus 2, right? So split the middle term with that. So you will have 3y square minus 3y plus 5y minus 5. Okay. Now what we can take common from the first two term is 3y. If I take 3y common, what remains is y minus 1. Copy paste y minus 1. What you will have is plus 5. 5 into y, 5y, 5 into minus 1, minus 5. So it will be 4k into y minus 1, take y minus 1 common, and what remains is 3y plus 5. So these are the three possible expressions for the dimension: 4k, y minus 1, 3y plus 5. So therefore this is volume equal to this. Therefore possible dimensions of cuboid are 4k, y minus 1 and 3y plus 5. These are the possible dimensions of the given cuboid. So here we complete the chapter, and let us meet in the next lecture, fresh lecture, fresh chapter. So see you in the next lecture. Goodbye.